8. Definitely might be off by 1, so we're gonna have to maybe do a couple extra just to make sure. Losing count here, folks. This is 9. And I even tried in college playing violin for a while. Never really got really far with that, but I also then ended up learning how to play guitar. Played guitar a lot. And actually taught guitar for a while. So I've been fairly musical in my life. Actually, I really enjoy music and soundtracks in video games. I've actually had a conversation in one of my other streams about that very specific topic. If you are interested in that at all, there's a YouTube channel called like 8-Bit Music Theory. Highly recommend 8-Bit Music Theory. They kind of explore classic games and music in them and what made it interesting. Enemy heroes, more stress you'll receive. So we'll just leave everyone to be idle then. We'll have no more stress going on. Still going into Darkest Dungeon level. 8-Bit is amazing, yeah. Really? So were you fairly musical yourself then, Commander? Is that hence the reason for the question? I'll throw it right back at you. I think my favorite part of kind of being part of the music scene was it was something that I knew was never going to pay off. Something I knew I was never going to get paid to do it. I was never going to become famous. It never had any like professional anything. It was just a hobby that I was allowed to spend time and hours and everything else into, where I could throw tons of myself at music, but wasn't thinking about this in terms of this learning this math will be great for blah, you know, down the road. Which there's something definitely to be said about that. Still going to darkest level. This is 11, maybe 12, 11. Oh, nice. I had no idea you were doing music composition. That's really cool. I knew a lot of music composition majors who went into various fields, some teaching music, others in various, you know, roles that were surrounded by music in different areas, but it's a really cool pursuit. Not something I ever really thought I would do for me professionally. I think that's, like I said, that's why I enjoyed it so much, is because it was just sheer hobby, but I was allowed to take so much time at the hobby. You know, you don't really often feel like you get that much of a allowance at your hobbies, but I definitely did with music. I know I do a little bit more with video games, you know, but oh, cool, Jagan. That's awesome, you guys. I had no idea we were surrounded by such great musical talent around us.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
Cool. That is really cool.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be.
So with drumline stuff, was that just on the side, or were you primarily doing percussion stuff when you were in high school? Like, are you a drummer? I guess I could state it more directly. Alright, I'm going to do 2 more, because then I'm definitely at 14, possibly 15. So now, Bark, since it's linear and it's not, if I miss by 1, it's not that big of a deal. That's funny. That's really cool. That is really cool, Jagan. So I'll do one more of this scaredy boosts, and then we'll go through and we'll look for a medium apprentice level. Abandon. And even if I'm off by 1, it's like I'd rather be extra sure, take the extra minute. These are just level 0s. Yeah, I don't need those. go. Still embark. One more darkest level, and then we'll go do it. So that's, I think it's 14, maybe 15. I may have been off by one. Nice, dude. Yeah, you definitely have the skill for it then if you're able to kind of think both, yeah, think about the performance as well as the music. That is a talent. That is a talent. That's really cool. Wow. That is really awesome. I'm glad you're pursuing that then. It's good to pursue the things that you're really good at, so it's good that you're doing that. It really is. So now we're going to actually let Dismas get some rest here. First we're gonna I can only heal one of his diseases. But let's see if we can't work on that. And now we're gonna take a party of 4. Let's see here. I want to grab you, and we'll grab 2. I need front line. I need. You can go front line. You can go here.
Paid for in blood.
Actually, you should do this. The Dark Deeds. That's the name of this group. Need a medium mission. That's a long medium. We could do medium right here. Perfect. In the cove. Ooh. Let's do a medium explore mission in the ruins. That's better. Although with bleed, and I don't like the cove. I really don't. I want to avoid it. And then we've got enough.
Cornered, trapped, and forced to fight on.
All right, we've got enough things. So are your teachers and professors more interested in things like teaching you as though you're going to be, I don't know, professionally, like working for an orchestra? Is that more of their trying to get you to be a professional performing artist as opposed to in schools composing? Is that kind of their direction more? Oh, please send me those. I'd love to see that. I would love to, if you don't mind sending it along.
In radiance may we find victory.
Okay, yeah. So that's their whole worldview is based upon you being, yeah, not in high school. Teaching, right?
Of our noble line.
Which I always find interesting because the majority of people who do some sort of music degree end up in schools. And yet I noticed that as well with my friends. They had such a hard time because they knew that's where they were going. They knew that's what they wanted to do. They knew that's where the profession would lie, but they weren't being prepared to be teachers as much. So, you know, I haven't played much more Moonlighter yet, Jagged, because that's been more of a game I plan to play when I travel, and because I've been in the middle of switching jobs. On Monday I start my new job. I just haven't been traveling as much this past month, so I'll hopefully get to it a little bit more over the next... don't you go looking in there. I definitely hope to be playing it more over the next month or so. I definitely have more travel coming up, so. Sure. Just don't need to run into a collector right now. It would be awful. It really would. Let's see if we can't get rid of some things.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
I don't need much more cash, but here's what we'll do. We'll do this. Well, I need to get rid of your stress. More scouting chance. Where do we have nothing that can stop nighttime ambush? Well, this is going to be tough. That's...
Press this advantage.
Hang on, is
Give
this...
them no quarter.
No. Alright. Well, hopefully we won't...
Secrets and wonders can be found
We got ambushed.
in tenebrous corners of this place.
I did not remember to update the Able Gamers goal. I forgot.
The match is struck. A blazing star is born.
Had no choice but to do bleed there. Should have checked if I had skills where I could prevent the nighttime ambush. That really takes away some time. Additional battle I did not need to have. That's okay. Making quick work of them here.
Even the cold stone seems bent on preventing
Should
passage.
bleed her out. Nope, not quite. She's the one person I don't need to get stressful incantation going on. Get back to your regularly scheduled turn order, please. Ah, I see you sent me the link. Thank you. I'm like, what is that sound? Ah, battle. I saw the battle even, and I still was like, let's move on.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
And then, oh, wish you could have gotten a crit or something. The new strat is what I'm doing right now, where what I need to do in this one is I have to take guys from one of each class up to level 6. And the last time I did this run, it took like 12 hours. Please, Virtuous. Abuse it, that's not going to be helpful.
Seize this momentum.
And
Push on to the
unfortunately,
task's end.
unfortunately, what we discovered, there we go, was that we could use a strat where you send a level 5 or 6 guy into the Darkest Dungeon, and that will effectively allow him to,
In radiance, may we find victory.
let's have you go here. Okay, perfect. Walk into the trap. Really don't want to get a collector here. I'm trying to... I still have way too much stuff, unfortunately. Let's get rid of some things that I don't need. There we go. And so you can basically do that where him escaping out of the Darkest Dungeon effectively, let's go this way, see if we can't cheese our way around this direction. It'll double the resolve that you get each, then in the successive dungeon for the whole party, and it stacks. So basically you send the guy in, the scaredy cat, like into the Darkest Dungeon over and over again, and you can basically take guys from level 0 all the way up to level, trying to do the best route to go here, back, around. I don't need to do 2 of those rooms. So, I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna go down, then back and around, okay. So that's the new strat. I hope I explained it well. If I didn't explain it well, then Commander, you can explain it better than me. I'm trying to think things through and play and explain, and sometimes all those things don't go well together. And I might lose my Arbalist if I can't watch her stress levels. But I should...
As victories
actually...
mount, so too will resistance.
lower her stress a touch. That didn't do much at all. That did nothing. That was a good explanation. Okay. Thank you. I can never tell if I'm explaining it the right way.
Be gone, fiend. Executed with impunity.
The question is, Jaeger, did you understand what I'm talking about? I guess, because, Commander, you kind of know what I'm getting at, but... the question is, was I clear to someone who doesn't know what we're all talking about here? I really need to lower her stress back down. The last thing I want is to have her die on me. That would be bad.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is
I know bringing an
slow and
abomination
insidious
doesn't help with the
killer.
group's stress. That's why I've got him to do his thing here. Hmm. Okay, so now I'm going to go back. I'm going to skip these two. I'm going to go this way, and then on down. That's my idea here of how to do this one right. Not sure if it's worked. Oh, sure. Sure. The idea is that there's a way I can send a guy into a level and retreat back. It takes 45 seconds to do that. If I do that 14 times, and then bring this group into a medium level mission, I take these characters all the way from level 0 up to level 6 in one dungeon. That's effectively the new strat. Technical of how we do it gets into just, we've spent too long thinking about these things as to why that works. I gotta just use you to stress heal, I really do. So I gotta keep her alive, and she's at 122. That's not nice. It's not nice. Let's get rid of you.
Gently. This is how a life is taken.
Good, it moved him back, so that's nice. That means now my Arbalist should be able to hit him. Why'd you get stressed? Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? Oh, can't take you anywhere.
Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
There we go. I gotta make sure I do not grab a collector. That would make this run, oh, not very nice. A map. Okay, I suppose now I'll know if I have to go down here. Good. I guessed correctly. Awesome. Perfect. Yeah, gotta love it though. This is definitely the way to break this game. Oh, I'm out of torches. But this will be it, which is good. Okay, let's see what happens here.
There'll be no hope in this
Oh, yeah, okay, I don't want to hear it.
hope at all.
4, 5, 6. Success. Alright, so 14 times is the way to go. And we got Shrieker's Prize, which is completely worthless because it's just 8x. Of course, these guys are at 30. Yeah, Shrieker's Prize wouldn't be worth it, unfortunately. Of course, the Shrieker's Prize doesn't go away. Let's sort by level. Where is Dismas? Here we go.
Brought low and driven into the mud.
We'll start this over again. This is 1.
My room, all my hall. In time, you will know
That's true.
the tragic extent of my fate.
Now you're doing, but that's not the broken version though. So if someone ends up somehow beating your crocodilian, which they won't,
Persistent.
then you would have to go back to PS4 to try and reclaim it.
Make no mistake.
It's more that the version that's on the PS4 in the courtyard is broken. Like enemies don't dodge, and you don't take negative afflictions. So it's just stupid. Like, it's just not possible to beat that one. Okay, the Shrieker does go away. That's unfortunate. I gotta figure out a way to split this in the future. Basically, I think one split would be Dismiss to level 5.
Of our noble line.
And then first party all up to level 6, second party all up to level 6, third party all up to level 6.
Great adversity has a people. It is the fire that tempers.
How many times do I have to do this? 14 times.
Be gone, fiend.
I have to, oh, how many level 6s do I have to have? There's 15 of them.
Cleansed from our
So I have to do this, I have to do what I'm doing here 4 different times. I'm already at number 3.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is slow and
PS4 is definitely the best load time. Thing is, if I can figure out the controls, I own this game on PS4, so I could go for it. But it would require me learning how to play this game on controller, which I don't know that I have the desire to do that. You know, so it's... So that was the third one.
Destroy them all.
No. Wrong level.
Their formation
And what trinket do you have again?
maintain the offensive.
Oh, the scouting chance trinket? I definitely want someone else to use that play. I'm sorry. Actually, let's
Confidence surges
unequip
as
all
the enemy
trinkets.
crumbles.
Do I send you the darkest? This is number 4. Yeah, it's slower there. You definitely need to be able to use your keyboard and mouse to control, for Into the Breach especially. I mean, the same thing is true. You're doing 1, 2, 3, 4 for the different attacks here. Doing WASD, T for torch, tab to switch between. Like, it's the keyboard, the being able to hit 50 different buttons. And I actually want to find a way. There's got to be a way to map a controller input to your keyboard
In radiance,
somehow.
may we find
Because we use the controller to control moving between rooms because it's faster than clicking. I'm waiting for scouting to finish. More virtue chance. It was resolve. I take it. Going to. Still embark. Head to darkest dungeon. This is number 5. Ooh. Oh, really? Yeah, because you can't mouse over to see, is that just a quest or just a curio? Yeah, that would be terrible.
press this advantage.
I want to be able to take a controller input and have a key on my keyboard basically tell my computer that's the controller moving up or down or left or right. Like I want to map it to my, like, OKL colon, something like that.
Prodigious size
That's
alone
unfortunate.
does not dissuade the sharpened blade. As I have seen, pale in comparison. Room by room, hall
Going to
by
Darkest
hall.
Dungeon. I have to verify every time that I'm actually headed to the Darkest Dungeon. So if I accidentally send him into, say, the ruins,
In time,
I lose all that stacking that I've done.
extent of my failings.
Oh, and it looks like the timer's gone red because it's running off of, like, old splits. Here, I'll turn it green again. Let's turn that green.
Great gongs sound in anticipation of the coming sacrifice. Far below, life-laden shadows pulse to the unrelenting rhythm.
I actually should have removed all the splits because when I actually go to stop the timer, I won't know. I won't be able to actually stop the timer right away.
We fall so that we may learn to pick ourselves up once again.
Yeah, that's I think what I need to do. I know it's possible. I just need to look into how to do it. Darkest Dungeon. We're going to the Darkest Dungeon with Dismas. Embark again.
Early pursuits. I began in humility, but my ambition was limitless.
I suppose if I thought about it, I could now
Find the prophetic
switch to
import
using one of the other
something as
characters.
unremarkable as a twitch.
I'll do that next time because then I can heal up Dismas. He's already at 5.
A devil walks these halls. Only the mad or the desperate go in search of him.
Oh, so no, as long as you're not changing the code of the game, it's not a big deal. Like the fact that I'm running at 577, 838 frames per second, that's actually giving me an advantage versus keeping VSync turned on. So, no, as long as you're not messing with the code of the game itself, it's totally fine. Totally fine. This is number 8. We're almost more than halfway there now, guys. We can take another 4 characters in. Yeah, I've got the same type of thing, but it's different because the game is actually considering a controller input as different. So that's where you need something where you're actually telling the PC that when I hit this key, mimic a controller input. Which there's got to be a mapping program for that, where you can take a named input and map it to any other named input. By the way, how's that auto splitter coming along for Into the Breach? You thought of anything yet? Medical ward is free. Well, isn't that nice? Especially because you somehow did get a disease. Let's take care of that, okay, buddy? Darkest Dungeon.
A handsome reward.
He needs respite. Like, he's like, do not quit sending me in here. It's frustrating. Sorry, dude. Sorry, dude. This is number 9. Forgot to mark it down.
In radiance, may we find victory.
And back out. And they just got and left the Hamlet. I have worried about that, but I've abused this so much before that nope, they don't care. They hang around and they're like, really? I gotta go again? Okay, I guess I'll go again. 10 times, guys. We're up to 14 here. Cool. So will that final game auto split as well, or no? Or just for the islands? For starting or ending runs? You just answer the question. Okay. I mean, auto splitting for the islands, because that is a tough one to like get your hand over to the splitter and remember to do it. Like, that's one that people tend to forget. But the starting and ending ones is not so bad, because there's animations on either side of it where you can just wait and split. So it's not that big of a deal. Wolves at the door. I don't think that gives me any resolve XP. It's a short darkest, kill one brigand wolf, which there's no way I can do that with anybody that I have, and I'll lose them. So we're gonna lose stuff in the Hamlet. They're gonna degrade stuff in the Hamlet. Not a big deal. Please, he says. That's 11. I mean, even just a version 1 of the auto splitter that just splits between islands, I think would be nice. Roster's going pretty well. I've got my first group of 4 up to 6. I'm now at 11. I'm doing a medium mission apprentice medium mission. After doing 14, does it? It's did it for me before, so that's what I'm going after here. You said you gave up on yours. You're gonna do it again tomorrow, right? Shrieker's Prize. I mean, right now I would guarantee to have it for some of these guys, but it's not worth it. It's not worth it because I'm already at like 15 almost. So I'm almost at 12, actually, I should say. So now, Shrieker's Prize came at the wrong time. This is 12. 2 more. 2 more. Ends of the planet zoom out at the end of the run. Interesting. Well, that's way too late. There's no nice visual cue either for exactly when this happens, is when you stop. The in-game timer's busted anyways. It's just, it's not reliable. It's too easy to mess. It's too easy to intentionally screw up. That I don't trust it. I don't think we should either. Exactly. Well, even then, like, there's been some contention on, you know, the endgame RTA timer itself, like, what's it good for, and 13. One more after this, then we go in. One more of these, and then we're going to go actually bring a party of 4 in. We're going to hope for a medium apprentice difficulty mission. Preferably a quest goal one, where I'm looking for curing the shrines or picking up things. Oh, really?
Remind yourself that overconfidence
The save file actually just gets straight up deleted. That's funny. Because you're like, you know what, I'm going to do it again. Nuts to this. I'm going to do it again. Alright, one more time. And I'm still getting apprentice missions, which is nice. That's 14. It's the problem that I see that I actually may want to expand. I'm going to need to have some more apprentice level guys in my roster to give myself better options. So I may have to expand the size of my roster one more time to get just some more people in there. So we'll see. We'll see. Alright, so now we're going in. Here's a medium in the Warrens, which we can take. That's what we're going to go for right there. Alright, the party we're going to bring in. We've got Hellion. Suppose we'll bring in Antiquarian. This party here. Why not?
We require only the strength to follow it.
Now let's first make sure you guys have all got good attacks. You do. Do you have the dodge buff thing? You don't. We're gonna just buy the dodge buff thing for you. Alright. That's the only attack I'm actually gonna have you use. Wait, you have a healing thing, right? To get people off the death's door? You do heal. Okay, cool.
Well struck.
Alright. Warren's medium apprentice mission. Just stop the bleeding, basically. Make sure we don't bleed out. We have a full stack of all those. Good to go. Oh, I suppose I could. I can do that next time too, because I'm going to bring someone else in next time. So, would have been good to do that. Woulda, shoulda, woulda, coulda. Really. Oh well. Where's your dodge? Is on 4. Okay. Make sure they can dodge everything as much as possible. I do like his mace shot again. Seems like it's something that mace shot should be able to go through. Should be ignoring armor because it's a crushing blow. That doesn't matter if you've got armor on. It's gonna still, you know, hurt either way. That's 1 for 3. That's only 3 damage. So I'm not even gonna cure that. Just leave it alone. Unless it stacks, in which case... Nope. Did not stack, so we're good to go. It is weird, like, you spend a lot of time not playing the game, you know, in this run, and then you're playing the game. Definitely don't need that. Let's not... I mean, that's really expensive, so I'll bring that along with me.
With no living sinew to actuate them.
Oh, good. A room battle. Wouldn't it be great if this was the only one? Yes, it would. It'd be fantastic. It does sort of feel like the death skips. I'll give that to you. Ooh, look at that. Nice 15 shot there.